fam? You know who I am, Wealthy Westbrooks, Henry Aaron Westbrooks, back with another video. Listen, it's been brought to my attention that you want to see more of my life. Yeah, you want to see more of an inside look of my life, more behind the scenes, more lifestyle, you know, like a day in the life of an entrepreneur. So, guess what? As always, your boy's about to deliver on a consistent basis. Drop a comment below. Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. Comment, you always deliver, because you know I always be showing up for you. Rain or shine, I'll be showing up for you, team. Showing up for you, family, as always. And I'll never stop showing up for you. Make sure you subscribe and join the tribe. If you've been tuned in, then you already know the vibe. Listen, I'm on my way to a meeting. I'm on my way to a meeting right now. I'm walking. As you can see, I'm walking. I'm holding my laptop in the same hand as I'm holding the phone, camera, tripod, and it's heavy as hell. All right. Anyways, it's been brought to my attention that, you know, maybe I'll show you guys a little bit more or a lot more of just sort of the everyday, you know, life. It's not always the same. My days are always different. But instead of just jumping on the camera and then being like, you know, yap, figured I would show you guys, you know, what I do sort of on a day-to-day basis, kind of bring you into my world a bit. If you like this type of content, make sure you let me know. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how the views are. And, you know, if it goes well, I'll keep doing it. If it not, then I'll just stop. But yeah, like I said, I'm on my way to a meeting. I got a client call. One of my clients booked here. We got a client come up in just a few minutes. So I will be doing the weekly mentorship call. So if you don't know, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, obviously. So I have a bunch of clients and we do weekly wealthy calls, right? So if you're one of my clients, you would have a one-on-one weekly call with me as well. So that's what I'm on my way to go do. I'm going to go sit down in the community room. I'm going to go sit down in one of the community spaces. You know, I like to get out of my main office space, my main living space, just to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Get outside, get into the sun. Look at this blue skies. There's not a cloud in sight, gang. There's not a cloud in sight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's not a single cloud in the sky. Super sunny, super sunny. And that's the way I like it, you know, being surrounded by nature. And so, yeah, I love doing these calls. Love doing these calls. Latasha, if you're watching, shout out to you. I'm about to be, well, by the time this goes up, our call will be done already. So I already know this is going to be a great call. She is an artist, photographer, an aspiring global photographer. And so, you know, that's something I really want to just kind of touch on. God, hold on. Got to get a better grip on this shit. Pause. But that's something I want to touch on is just like becoming the version of you who you always dreamed about. You know what I'm saying? Like really changing your identity. Right? And that's really what this is all about. That's what this channel is all about. That's what this work is about. That's what being a chosen one's about. Understanding who you are and tapping into your true identity. Feel what I'm saying? So I'm about to go inside over here. I'll set up the station. You'll kind of see where I'm at. I'm going to take the call and I'll catch you after. You know what I'm saying? It's a Wednesday, by the way, family. This is my life on a Wednesday at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. I remember when I used to have to go to work, clock into a job that I hated to go to, wake up all early, barely awake, just do a bunch of dumb shit I didn't want to do, stuck with fluorescent light bulbs and just cubicles. I remember the day. And so if that's where you're at in your life, I need you to do yourself a favor and hit the link down below. Book a breakthrough chosen one session, okay? Because you need to get about your situation. God has a purpose for you. God has a plan for you. That's way bigger than just your 9 to 5. Now, listen, there's nothing wrong with your job. Stay there. Don't quit. Learn, earn, stack your money. And when you're ready, you'll know, because God will tell you, start your own business. Become an entrepreneur. If you don't know how, book the call. Join my mentorship program if you're a good fit, and take your life to the next level. You were not born to be an employee forever. So let me take this call and let's get it. So the call went very well, and now it's lunchtime. Let's see if I can get this to focus here. Can you focus? Can you focus? Kebab, chicken kebab, rice, basmati rice, French fries, Mediterranean diet. There it is. Anyways, about to re-up on these carbs, these macros. Great call. Great call as always. Going to be shooting more content. If you haven't followed me on TikTok, make sure you do that. Follow my TikTok. Follow my Instagram. That's my book. It's blurred out, but yeah, there's also a book you can get. It's on Amazon New You Now. Anyways, about to eat this lunch. Got some Chosen One stickers. There's a lot going on right now. Middle of March. Let's see. In that call, there was a lot covered. We covered a lot in that call, and one of the biggest things is, just really believing in yourself. Like, simply put, if you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you can't. And so I want you to ask yourself, where do you get your beliefs from? Because you either get your beliefs from physical experiences or through the observations, most of the time with other people, which is dangerous, right? So you've either physically gone through something which has led you to believe something, or you observed other people experience something or go through something, or you heard something and then you believe it. Which is, again, that's dangerous because you haven't even physically gone through it, but you still believe it. So my question to you again is, where do you get your beliefs from? Right? And on top of that, I was talking about how we like to be right. Like, we have this intoxicating satisfaction with being right? With being correct. We always want to be right. But do you want to be right, or do you want to be in the right reality? Because understand that if you have the wrong beliefs, or if you have a belief that doesn't serve you, if you believe that money's hard to get, or money's hard to come by, or all men or all women are no good, right? If like that's what you believe, because we like to be right, you're going to go out into the world and look for people, scenarios, circumstances, and events to support that belief, to then make you right because you want to be right, right? We like to be right. But again, would you rather be right or live in the right reality? If living in the right reality requires you to be wrong about what you believe, well, that's something that you need to figure out within yourself. If you need guidance and you want to take your business, your life, your relationship to the next level, you need a book called Below. You need to book the breakthrough shows in one session. You need to apply for the mentorship. Let's see if you're a good fit. So right now, I'm gonna take you into Pavilions with me. Pavilions, for those of you who don't know, is a grocery store in Southern California. As far as I know, it might be other places. What I would love to know is, depending on where you're at, what's the name of your grocery store? Like, I remember living in Florida, it was Publix. Like when I was living in New York, it was Wegmans. You know what I'm saying? There used to be like Tops and like Kmart, and out here we got like Ralph's and Kroger and stuff like that. Whatever, right? So I would love to know, what's the name of your grocery store. Anyways, I've got an order already placed, so I'm gonna go pick it up. You know what I'm saying? That's a little hack right there. If you don't Instacart and have the groceries delivered, at least pre-order it so that you can pull up and just pick it up and then just leave. If you come into the grocery store, pushing the cart around, going down all the aisles, just know that you're going to be spending some time, you're going to be waiting in line, and so hopefully that's worth it. You know, hopefully it's worth it. Now, sometimes it is, though, because you can see, like, what's in store, right? You can see new brands, check out inventory, check out store layouts, meet somebody. You know, and I remember back in the day, bro, like, Twin, there was no delivery. You had to go to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things I do, I'm old school in a lot of things I do. So, for time's sake, as an entrepreneur, though, I'm usually definitely about 90% of the time, Instacart, straight to the door. But in this case, we're doing a quick pickup because I'm already in the area. I don't know where you're at in the world, but comment below where you're at in the world. Comment your city, your state, your country. Comment your location. You know, in Southern California, it's true. The traffic is one of those things that you just deal with. But on another note, it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place to live. I would show you the landscape. Matter of fact, I will show you. Check this out. Kind of see real quick, like where I'm driving. Right? And so, one thing I want to talk about is why you're better off keeping your goals and your dreams and your visions to yourself. You're better off not telling people about what you're doing and telling people about what your goals are, your dreams are, and sharing all your visions. Why? Because they're not going to get it. They're not going to understand it. And as a chosen one, you're on a very divine, unique path. You're on the chosen path. And so for those of the people who are not on the chosen path, they're not going to understand where you're going. They can't see where you're trying to take them. You feel what I'm saying? They're like blind. Right? No matter what, you can show them the proof, the signs, like you know where you're going, what you're doing. You got the blueprint, you got the map, right? Like you know, if you're trying to lead them the way, they don't get it. They can't follow you. They're drifting. They're drifting, and they're gonna end up somewhere else. But you're not like that. And now here's the thing. With that being said, most people don't even care about you to begin with. And I know that sounds absolutely disrespectful. And that sounds very mean, and you're probably thinking like, "Damn, Henry Aaron, that was rude." But it's true, right? Like, first of all, nobody really cares about you in the grand scheme of things, in the sense that most people on this planet are just passing by. Like, look at all the traffic. They don't know me. I don't know them. It doesn't mean I don't care about them on a level of humanity, but I don't have a personal interest a vested interest in their life, and so most people don't have a vested interest in your life either, and so. With that being said, understand that people don't care what you have going on. They don't really want to get involved. They don't care to be involved. They're not interested unless it benefits them, oftentimes. Also, you're better off doing things privately and working on things, in a way that's private, because if not, you do set yourself up to be copied, to be mimicked, to be sabotaged, right? To be taken advantage of, or to be exploited, or whatever the case may be. So you just want to be careful, because you never really know people's intentions. And as a chosen one, you're gifted with so many talents, so many blessings, and spiritual gifts, spiritual know-hows, right? You just know things. You're tapped into the source, right? You're connected. And so with that special quality that you carry and you possess, people want to get around it. People want to try to beat you off of it. They want to drain your energy. So you're better off keeping to yourself oftentimes. And with that being said, I remember I was sort of like you, right? Where you don't really matter. Like I don't, this might be a tough pill to swallow, but until you're somebody, right? Until you're important, then the world won't see you accordingly. So you need to start seeing yourself as somebody who's important, somebody who's valuable, somebody who is admirable, somebody who you would appreciate and love and pay and want to be surrounded by and learn from, right? If you're not somebody who you would admire, then understand that the world is not going to admire you either. If you're not somebody who the person in the mirror looks at and loves, then nobody in the world really will at the fullest capacity as you, because it all starts with you. So you set the standard for your self-worth, your self-love, your self-respect. All of it starts with you. How you see yourself is how the world sees you. But you don't want to be delusional to the sense where you have this like complete distorted version of who you are. Because some people will check you and tell you who you really are. Because who you are might not be on a general truth. It might be a belief. You might believe you're somebody that you're not. You might have an absolute self that is flawed. And I know these are constructs and concepts that are like, damn, what the but it's really true. Like, we really need to reach a level of self-actualization where you're undeniable. Like, are you really doing the work? Are you really the person that you say you are? Do you really, do you really embody the individual who can pull this shit off? Or you're just coping and just telling yourself this? And for the longest time, I used to do the same shit, you know, believing and wanting and just thinking I could get more and have more, but I wasn't becoming more. I wasn't becoming the version of me who could attract it and handle and steward those types of things. I had to really get close to God. I had to really get close to source, I give the credit to source, man. I take shout out to Jesus. Whatever you want to call it. Like, the universe makes way. The creator makes way when you know where you're going. So first you gotta know where you're going. And when you start telling people where you're trying to go, they're gonna try to steer you off course. They're gonna try you to go. They're gonna say go left when you're trying to go right. They're gonna try to tell you go right when you're trying to go left. They're gonna say go that way when you're trying to go this way. And so you just gotta be careful about revealing your intentions to other people. Anyways, that's just the reality. That's how it is as a chosen one. Is that good or bad? I mean, it is what it is, right? Just understand that you're better off just realizing the faster you can realize, the faster you can realize that most people are not even real. Most people are not really for real. Like, they're not gonna really keep it 1,000 with you. The faster you can realize this, that like nobody really is out to help you for real. Like, no one's gonna come and save you. No one's really gonna be there for you for real. Unless you got a few core people, or your small circle. Your significant other ones, maybe a few family members, but you're keeping your family around. Like, you don't even talk to them. Like, you know how it is and how it was coming into this world. Like, your situation, your lifestyle, the people, your relationship. I know it feels like it's you versus the world sometimes. And guess what? That's how it is a lot of the times as a chosen one. Because you constantly got to be tapped into God anyways. You got to be hearing the voice, and you can't be distracted by what they say. These people don't know what they're doing. Okay, if you feel like you're stuck. You want to take your business, your life, your relationship to the next level. Maybe you're stuck at a particular revenue ceiling. You want to learn how to break through to earn more revenue. If you're stuck at 5, 6, 7 figures, you want to break through, whatever it may be, you need to re-identify with yourself and re-identify with the reality. So in order to do that, book a Breakthrough Chosen One session. Link in the description. I'll interview you. If you're a good fit, we'll get you on the mentorship. Needless to say, life is what you make it, okay? And so if you're liking this type of content where I'm sort of piecing, it together, giving you a little bit of behind the scenes, some lifestyle, drop a thumbs up, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the thumbs up, fam. Hit the thumbs up, twin. Like, come on, gang. I'm putting this together for you. Look, I'm going to show you the Pacific Ocean. Thumbs up for the Pacific Ocean right here. This is the Pacific Ocean, okay? I've just reached PCH. PCH is the Pacific Coast Highway. For those of you who don't know, Southern California. This is the edge of America. That's the ocean. That's the ocean back there. Oh, that's all the ocean. Do you see this? Do you understand? Okay. If you dream about living a life of abundance, prosperity, freedom, it's not even about the material things, twin. It's not about fancy cars. It's not about fancy houses. It's not about none of that. It's not about none of that. It's about the freedom. It's about the experiences. Get with me, all right? Get with me. I think this is a good place to end the vlog. Yeah, this is going to be a good place to end the vlog. So everything you need is in the link in the description. Follow me on Instagram, book a session, apply for the mentorship. And as always, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focus on success. And when you see me drop another video, you already know what to do. Tap in. Peace.